Is President Trump finally sending $1,000 to $2,000 worth of stimulus checks to millions of Americans?
We're the hottest, we're the best financially. The money coming in is so big because of tariffs and other things, but because of tariffs. Tariff gets us even those other things.
President Trump is so proud on the money that US is receiving because of these reciprocal tariffs that recently he said this: Trump's stimulus checks coming. Trump floats plan in a recent interview. This is huge, but the biggest question is the $2,000 stimulus check really happening inside Trump's big promise and the Washington shutdown chaos? Well, a number of Americans are looking up to this administration and especially towards President Trump for this $2,000 worth of stimulus checks. And finally, we have some crucial details to share with you. Look at this. The rumored $2,000 stimulus check has sparked confusion across the United States, and millions of Americans are asking, when are we going to receive it? I'm going to give you each and every detail, but all I need is just a little favor. It takes 2 seconds to please hit that like button on this video. So without any further ado, let's begin. So let's get into the details right away. Well, is the $2,000 stimulus check really happening inside Trump's big promise and the Washington shutdown chaos? Well, currently a number of Americans are asking this question: that what about the $2,000 stimulus check that President Trump announced just few weeks ago? And we have some very important details for you. Look at this. The rumored $2,000 stimulus check has sparked confusion across the United States, with millions of Americans wondering whether new financial relief is actually on the way. And do you know that President Trump finally floats the plan in an interview, and in this plan he also revealed the stimulus check amount? Well, look at this. In an interview with One America News last week, Trump said he's considering sending $1,000 to $2,000, and this is huge because $1,000 to $2,000, either of these checks are going to be very crucial for millions of struggling Americans right now. Going towards more details, speculations intensified after Donald Trump suggested that Americans could receive payments funded by tariff, a proposal he described as a possible dividend to the people, while the federal government faced a budget deadlock in early October 2025. Right now, we are in the middle of a shutdown where a number of government programs are also in danger, including the SNAP food stamp benefits, because a number of states finally said enough is enough. From November 1st, we will not be able to send any food stamps to Americans because we simply don't have the funds for it. Look at this. In an interview with One America Network on October the 2nd, 2025, Trump floated the idea of sending checks of between $1,000 and $2,000 as per taxpayer. And one thing that you need to understand, that a number of people who receive Social Security, SSI, SSDI, Veteran Affairs, Railroad Retirement Disability, or even food stamp benefits, or people who receive unemployment benefits, they all are going to be eligible, because no matter what you do when it comes to your work, you pay taxes at the end of the year. If you file your taxes, even if it's $0, you are eligible for these checks if President Trump moves on with it. Well, he said revenues from new import tariffs could finance rebates for certain income brackets, calling it almost like a dividend to the people of America, according to a report. And you need to understand that this is a huge claim from President Trump. If you remember, around 5 to 6 months ago, Elon Musk and President Trump both announced the possibility of $5,000 worth of Doge stimulus checks for millions of Americans who make $40,000 and more. But what happened to those checks? Well, literally nothing. No one talked about it. There were a lot of speculations on the internet, but nothing has happened from this administration. Then Josh Hawley came up with a proposal known as American Worker Rebate Act. Under that act, $600 were proposed for an adult, $600 for a dependent, $1,200 for a couple, and a maximum of $2,400 for a family of 4. What happened to that proposal? Even Republicans are opposing it. Now the biggest question is that President Trump now is talking about $1,000 to $2,000 worth of stimulus checks for millions of Americans, but a number of lawmakers are calling it a political stunt. But right here, I would like to ask you this very important question before I even move on with more details. And the question is simple. Do you support these $2,000 worth of stimulus checks from President Trump? If you do, then write in the comment section, I support $2,000 checks. Again, if you support him, then write in the comment section, I support $2,000 checks, because remember, if you don't do anything, nothing will happen. And the second question is that do you think that President Trump will send these checks to Americans? If your answer is yes, then write in the comment section, I support $2,000 checks. Or if you don't support it, then write, I don't think so. Well, this is simple because it's really important. Remember, if you don't do anything, nothing will happen. Supporters hailed the plan as potential relief for working families struggling with inflation. Critics, however, dismissed it as economically unrealistic and politically timed, noting that tariff income would be far too small to cover a nationwide payout. What do you think about this whole situation? Let me know in the comments below. Do you know that Medicare enrollment has already started? And if you would like to save around $1,100 when it comes to your Medicare plan, then I have partnered with Chapter, where you can get unbiased help from a real person absolutely free. All you need to do is to call the given number on the screen, 212-461-4492, and get the help that you deserve absolutely free. A number of our subscribers are saying they're not receiving the notifications of our videos. If you are facing the similar situation, then make sure you click on the subscribe button, click on the bell icon, so you can get the notification of our videos every single day. If you have any questions at all, then please let me know in the comments below, and I'll be happy to answer each and every question of yours, as Credit Vital channel will always be with you in your good and difficult times. And remember, these are tough times. According to the recent report from Gallup, the prices of groceries are up by 21% in the past 3 years. Inflation is up, but the numbers are not justifying this inflation right now. Millions of Americans are struggling, and they are looking towards President Trump and this administration. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video very soon. Till then, please take care and have a nice day.